This is a Formula One news pit stop brought to you by SPN.
Mercedes Motorsport boss Toto Wolff believes that Max Verstappen's 5-second time penalty while defending his third position from Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel at this weekend's Mexican Grand Prix is a result of his first corner run-in with championship leader Nico Rosberg on the opening lap. Wolff said he finds Verstappen's ruthless driving style is refreshing for Formula One, but said he should not be banging wheels with the championship leader with just 3 races to go in the season. Rosberg said after the race that his car's steering was affected after the collision with Verstappen, but added it wasn't for him to decide whether or not the Dutchman's actions constituted a penalty. Rosberg said he accepted the steward's decision not to penalize Verstappen. Mercedes non-executive chairman Niki Lauda said that Verstappen is too aggressive and that his antics at the first corner could have cost Rosberg the title. Lauda said that Rosberg was ahead of Verstappen going into the corner and that the collision was completely unacceptable. He went on to add that the incident was entirely Verstappen's fault and that he has to accept that his driving style is too aggressive. Ferrari boss Maurizio Arrivabene said he was surprised that the stewards decided to give Sebastian Vettel a 10-second penalty for moving under braking while defending 4th position from Red Bull's Daniel Ricciardo. The penalty meant a second change in the final race classification at Sunday's Mexican Grand Prix. First, Verstappen was dropped from 3rd to 4th after he was penalized 5 seconds for gaining an unfair advantage, and Vettel's penalty moved him back to 5th position and ultimately moved Daniel Ricciardo into 3rd. Since the Japanese Grand Prix in October, there has been much debate of moving under braking after an incident involving Max Verstappen and Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton. As a result, the FIA adopted a much tougher stance for the US and Mexican Grands Prix. Daniel Ricciardo said that Sebastian Vettel's profanity-laced tirade on race radio was a bit too much. The Ferrari driver lost his temper in the aftermath of a battle with the Red Bulls in the closing stages of the Mexican Grand Prix. Vettel was initially upset when Max Verstappen refused to give up 3rd position after he gained an unfair advantage cutting across the infield. Ricciardo said that his former Red Bull teammate's outburst was uncharacteristic and perhaps is partially a result of the struggles he's faced at Ferrari all year long. Red Bull Racing boss Christian Horner chimed in, saying that he would be surprised if Vettel was not reprimanded for uttering an expletive at FIA race director Charlie Whiting. After the race, Vettel personally apologized to Whiting for his radio outbursts. Lewis Hamilton endured a suspension problem in Mexico that could potentially have ended his title challenge. The problem started on the opening lap when Hamilton locked his front right wheel going into Turn 1. The lockup flat-spotted Hamilton's tire, causing a severe vibration. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff said that under normal circumstances, they would have pitted Hamilton right away, but they kept him on the track in order to keep his title challenge alive. Hamilton went on to win the race and now trails championship leader and teammate Nico Rosberg by 19 points with only 2 races remaining. Force India driver Nico Hülkenberg thinks that the steward's decision not to penalize Lewis Hamilton for cutting the corner at Turn 1 on the opening lap at the Mexican Grand Prix is, quote, very strange. The German added that the decision sets a confusing precedent going forward. Hülkenberg said that by leaving the track, Hamilton clearly had gained an unfair advantage over the cars behind him. Hamilton left the track in the exact same place and manner that would eventually earn Red Bull's Max Verstappen a 5-second time penalty at the end of the race.
Thank you for listening to this Formula One news pit stop on SPN. Be sure to listen to the Scuderia F1 podcast with Mark Daly and Kevin Laramie after every Grand Prix weekend.